Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick rundown on how you can connect with the multiplayer client with your friends and maybe some people from Discord. I know some of you have been having a little confusion on how exactly to set that up, so I'm just here to try and help straighten that up for you. So with that said, as usual, if you guys are liking this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, helps everybody out, and be sure to check out the video description below for links to our Patreon website, Discord, and some of the tools we'll be using today. With that out of the way, as usual, let's jump straight into what you'll need. So what I'm going to guide you through today is the recommended method to enable multiplayer access, but you can set this up with whatever tools or set up your own port forwarding and doing all that stuff if you'd prefer. Again, this is just what we'll recommend for the vast majority of you. But yeah, so with that said, we're going to start out by either installing or downloading the tool included in the launcher that we recommend, which is going to be Radmin VPN. I'm not sponsored with them or anything. I have no affiliation with them. This is recommended because it's free. It has no login. There's no bloat or anything like that. And so it's just a good tool to use. Here's a little preview. This is the entire program basically. There's nothing else. There's no hooks or anything like that. So anyways, go ahead and download that. Get that set up. When you're ready, again, you're going to see a screen like this. For 90% of you, you're just going to hit the Join Network button. So I'm going to skip to that section now because I already have that set up. And so when you're here and you click Join Network, you're going to see a screen like this. You'll first be on this Private Network tab. If your friend has given you a specific name and password, you can enter that here. But again, for most of you, you're going to head over to the Gaming Network tab, and you're just going to start typing in Diablo, and then you can select Diablo 2 Resurrected from the list and hit Join. Once you've done that, you're going to see a whole bunch of names. These are all the other people that are in this lobby. Now, this is important because when you're playing with your buddy or whoever else from Discord, they need to be in the same lobby as you. So even if they're using this program, if they're not connected to that same lobby, then you guys still will not be able to connect. This is what's creating essentially a virtual network for you guys to play on. So you've done that, and you see your friend, let's say his name is Sean PC. You see him there. You can copy his address right into the game and connect to him. Another thing you can do real quickly is if you go to Network, Create Network, this is how you can create a private network. So if you truly want only you and your buddy and you don't want anybody else possible to join or something like that, you can create your own, room. So let's name it my private room, and then you can give it a password of private or password 123 or whatever you obviously don't use password 123, that was a joke. But anyways, that will let you create your network, and then again, you can share that with your friend, and instead of joining the gaming network, he can join the private network instead. And if you look down here, you can just basically switch over once you've set up different networks, so you can connect to multiple pretty easily. But anyways, that's the network side of things. That's basically all you have to do. There are two somewhat optional steps though that I'd like to explain real quick as well. So the first one is just how to, if you try this, you guys are both in the same lobby and you guys are unable to connect, it may be that you need to add the game to your firewall. So I'm going to show that real quickly. So essentially we're just going to type in the search bar Firewall, and it should take you here. In the top left, you can select the Allow an App through the Firewall option, and then you'll be at the screen I'm looking at here. So what we need to do is click the Change Settings option if it's, all this stuff is kind of grayed out and you can't control it yet. That'll allow you to. And you can ignore how many I have. You're likely only to have one or two of these entries, but you're going to be looking either for D2R.exe or Diablo 2 Resurrected, and you want to make sure that the public checkbox is enabled for those so that people, again, in the public can kind of connect to you, and you can click the details if you want to double check the location or such. But that's it. That'll enable it through the Windows Firewall, and that should fix any connection issues you guys have had for that. Again, assuming you guys are in the same lobby and stuff. The last optional method is if you pop up the launcher, you will have a program called Beacon here, and this program is meant for advertising your games to other people, so that if your friend's not on or something, maybe you can play with some other people. So just to show that off in its best case, I'm going to go ahead and start Remodded here real quick. This does work for like any mod. I'm just using this as a base example. So we're going to go ahead and get that loaded up. And then I'm going to go back to the launcher before we enter the game just to show you how this works. So again, we're not in the game quite yet. So I'm going to hop back to the launcher. I'm going to open Beacon. It does require the game to be open, so you're going to get a pop-up if it's not open yet. And as you can see, we have an individual that's already playing. And if I were to click this IP address, oh, we got another one who started up a game right now. Anyways, if I were to click this IP address and I go to TCP and click join, as you can see, I can paste it right in there. It's already copied into my clipboard, and now I can join this individual, assuming we're on the same mod version, all that kind of stuff. Softcore, hardcore, all that kind of thing must match. But anyways, let's see if it works. There we go. So should be able to join him, and as you can see, this can be one way you can use Beacon and join essentially strangers. Friends you have on Discord or whatever, but you can use this as like a worldwide tool as well. And then I just want to show you, right now there's nothing in this top right, but if I go ahead and host a game myself, we'll go ahead and start one. And we look at Beacon. It'll take a few seconds to update, but there you can see. And now it's added our game to the list. As you can see, that's my character's name here. And so now people know my game is up. And again, they can do the same thing. They can go ahead and just copy that to their clipboard and join in-game if they'd like. And then you can do things like filter for certain mods or hide games that aren't properly set up, like here. Things like that. So again, just a real quick tutorial on how you can connect with your buddies, play online, as well as use some of the optional tools to make things a little bit easier and treat it a little bit more like a crude private server that you can kind of browse active games with and stuff. And if I go ahead and close the game, let's say I'm all done, we should notice that it goes ahead and removes my listing, and then it'll go ahead and close the app after that, because obviously it no longer needs to advertise an empty game. But that was a quick tutorial. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Take care. Bye.